Okay, this is page number 40 that we will do today. Okay. Okay, poetic description. The following extract is a description of a forest fire in South Africa. The poem that we read last time, the bushfire, this is also an explanation of a poem, Forest Fire in South Africa. Similar poem about fire, but that fire was in Australia. This fire is in South Africa. And this is written by Peter Godwin. Okay, so this is not a poem, this is a description. It was already gigantic when we arrived. A cavern of flame that soared 10 stories into the sky and blotted out the stars. A wall of intense heat blew off it, and it was impossible to get anywhere near. So same situation, but in different words. This is a description. That's why the words are not very poetic figurative language using हुई इसमें, but the explanation of the fire is good. Like we can see how hot and how dangerous the fire was, and it was impossible to get it anywhere near. So it was not possible to get near the fire as it was very high into the sky, and it was so high that the stars was also invisible. The noise too was tremendous, so the noise of the fire was also very loud. Above the background roar, there were constant crashes as trees collapsed. So now, because of the fire, the trees were also collapsing and it was breaking down. Hundreds of birds wheeled about, calling in alarm at their destroyed nests and their lost youngs. So the birds were also very restless because they lost their nests, because nests are in the on the trees and trees were falling down. Okay. Hundreds of birds wheeled about, calling in alarm at their destroyed nest and their lost young, and a barrage of wild animals came bowling out of the fire towards us, crazed by fear. So, when a forest catches fire, it's very dangerous for the wild animals also. They also get burned and they also dies. In 2020, I think, when the Australia forest caught fire, lot of animals died there. So here the animals were crazy in fear. So that was about by Peter Godwin, who was entered. Okay, last time we had this page: cherry, cheetah, rumor, lava to sputter and scorched. Class, do you remember? Did we do Whirlpool last time? हमने लास्ट टाइम वर्डपूल किया था पेज नंबर 38 का
Miss, I don't think so.
वर्डपूल किया था हमने
No, Miss, I don't think so.
हाँ मुझे भी लग रहा है
Can
चलो आज करेंगे हम वर्डपूल्स भी पहले हम रीडिंग कर लेते हैं देन वी विल डू वर्डपूल Okay, now our next task is about writing a poem. So here, let's see if we are asked as in your diary. They are saying that try to write a poem, कि एक छोटी सी poem लिखने की कोशिश करें. It can be, a poem can be of 2 lines too. Poem एक 2 lines की poem भी हो सकती है. So if we are thinking to write a poem, we can write a poem. So we will learn how to write a poem, and then you will try to write a poem in your copy. Right, it's up to you if you want to write in 4 lines couplet or in 8 lines. It's up to you. Okay, writing a poem. Write your own poem about some aspect of fire. They're saying you can write a poem about a fire. Our topic theme is fire. Use these techniques to help you write your own poem about fire. So we will use these techniques to write our own poem about fire. So first technique, we know that poem are not written in a narrative way. एक normal story की तरह poem नहीं लिखी जाती. It's always written in some with the help of some techniques. As you know, when we read Urdu poems, Urdu poetry, it's Urdu poetry is different than our normal stories in Urdu. जब हम उर्दू पोइट्री देखते हैं तो वो हमारी समझ में उर्दू पोइट्री कभी कभी नहीं आती. It's tough to understand Urdu poetry. Similarly, in English, English poetry is also different, and poet write writes the poems with the help of some techniques. कोई techniques use करके वो poet poem लिखते हैं. In a small group, make a list of all words you have read about fire and its effects. They're saying कि if first thing is content, कि आप क्या लिखने वाले हो? So first thing is we have to write all the word list, Whirlpool like all the word list we can write, and those that expresses about fire जो अभी तक हमने पढ़ लिए हैं. So we can write that. Think of other words that describe how fire can be seen, heard and felt. अब हमने जब पोइम लिखनी है तो अपनी हमने ये रीडर को फील करवाना है that how will fire look like when it's very high, very loud and very dangerous. तो वो कैसे लगेगी? We will imagine it and we will try to put it into words. So same work we will do. We will think about those words that can express or describe the fire well. Make your words into vivid phrases. Vivid phrases means the phrases that can be understood vividly. That vividly means described well in a deep meaning that can give you a deep meaning, and very figurative. You could think of some metaphors of your own, like the fire's big bad mouth. They are saying that हम अपनी metaphors भी use कर सकते हैं, अपनी तशबीह भी use कर सकते हैं. For example, the poet described fire has a big bad mouth. We can see the fire does not have mouth, but to describe the evilness of fire, the danger zone of fire, the poet has used the metaphor big bad mouth in the poem, or the cavern of flame. Also in the description above, description में भी cavern of flame use किया गया. Perhaps you could write something about fire that is more comforting. कुछ और भी हम fire के related लिख सकते हैं. Now revise your phrases. You may take some ideas from other in your group to improve your own. Use your phrases to compose your own poem that describes the power of fire. So you can use your own phrases too. And you can take help also to write about fire. Now, toolkit. A simple metaphor describes one thing in relation to another, like mixing temperature or the effects of weather's condition with people's um, motions and behavior. Okay, so they're saying that now, as we are describing about weather conditions and effects, so we can uh, use it as a relationship between human mind. Like we can treat the fire as a human behavior, like how human will react and how human will behave exactly. We will keep it in that mind, and we will try to metaphor weather conditions also. For example, cool it, hot head. So hot head, cool it. So that can be used for human beings. But as we are describing the temperature and um, weather, so we can use it for temperature too, for strong temperature conditions. Think of other expression use heat, hot, weather or other that describe human behaviors. So हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, वो words जो human behavior को describe करते हैं वो हम non living things या कोई ऐसे symbolic themes like fire को भी explain करने के लिए use कर सकते हैं. So before we go ahead, let's do the what we will do now. um, Whirlpool. Let's do the Whirlpool. Okay. So this Whirlpool we will do. So I am going to write it down here. Number one is cherry. Okay. Cherry is a red fruit. Oh, fruit spellings are wrong. Okay, cherry is done. Next we have you can write this. Okay, long. Spotted
Miss,
cat.
which Whirlpool
Hmm?
we are
Huh?
Miss of which page Whirlpool we are doing?
A previous page number 38 word pool was left,
Like,
and then we will do page number 30, 40 word pool. आज
okay,
का word pool
okay.
करेंगे लास्ट टाइम वाला. Okay, I'm not going to give the whole description of cheetah. We will keep it short. Next we have rumor, gossip. Rumor के spelling गलत हो गए हैं क्या? No, no. Gossip spread. Gossip passed around by word. Okay, class, gossip is a discussion that is mostly true and not untrue also. Rumor. Okay, next we have lava. Rock in its molten form. Molten form issues from volcanoes. From volcanoes. कोई एंटर हुआ है Okay, next we have splutter, the noise of something, the noise of something, the noise of something spattering explosively. Last word scorched. Okay, scorched. Having everything destroyed. सब कुछ destroy हो जाता है. Destroyed, so nothing is left. It's left. और इसका एक और मीनिंग है, दोनों लिख सकते हैं कोई सा भी. Dried out by heat. Dry out by heat. ये छोटे वाला आप लिख सकते हैं. Okay, this is whirlpool of मैं इसकी पिक्चर भी शेयर कर दूंगी. पेज नंबर 38. Okay, now one whirlpool is left that we will do. This is if you have done. Okay, next we have whirlpool on page number 40, I think. So class, let's do the next word. Whirlpool on page number 40. Okay, number one is cavern. It's a large cave or a large chamber in a cave or any dark space, enclosed space like cave. So there was cavern, stories. What is that word? Stories. Okay, so story, stories. A structure, hmm, whatever. A structure consisting of a room or a set of rooms of a single position. I don't know what it is. Floor. That's right. Floors or levels, which be levels can be also. Okay, stories, and next we have intense. Okay, there are actually more meanings. Intense, acute, or vivid.
Miss, it can be exciting.
Hmm. Background, okay, background of persons. Mm, okay, a part of a scene, part of a scene that lies behind. That behind objects in foreground. Objects in foreground. Okay. Next we have barrage. Barrage mean the heavy fire. Okay, a heavy fire or one can be bomb bombardment. Okay, next is bowling. Okay, bowling is a game, the act of delivering A cricket ball to the batsman. Batsman. Last word, crazed. Crazed means when you get mad, driven, sorry, not driven, driven insane. So class, this is your another word pool. इसकी मैं पिक लेके आपको व्हाट्सएप पे भी सेंड कर दूँ. Okay, now let's get back to our bookwork. Oh God. Okay, class. So now we will read page number 41. Weather forecast. Weather forecast क्या होती है? Let's see. Do you ever listen to or read a weather forecast? Forecasting the weather has become an increasingly complex and scientific process. Weather forecast means to predict weather, what's going to happen next. Predicting weather is officially is weather forecast, and scientifically it's tough to forecast a weather because just looking at outside's weather is very difficult to estimate what's going to be in next 24 hours. For example, it's going to be rain or not. So only weather forecasters can do that scientifically. The results that weather scientists gather also provide information on issues like climate change. So those weather forecasters who gather information about um, weather also know get information on the issue like climate change. Forecasts are still only predictions. These are only predictions, but what is certain is that the weather is very different around the world at any one time. So the main thing that we are sure about is that at every place, at every country, weather is very different. And whatever scientists or forecasters predict is just a prediction. We are not sure about it. But one thing is sure that every place has different weather. Somewhere it's raining, somewhere it's hot, somewhere it's very hot, somewhere it's mild. But okay, read the following weather forecast for two different cities on 3 3rd December 2008. So these are two forecasts, weather forecasts. We will read it. Hot air is being funneled over southern Australia and bringing light showers. High pressure is bringing clear skies to the southeast. Temperatures today in Adelaide 26 degrees to 30 degrees. So this is how forecasters give the weather report. Like somewhere it's very hot, somewhere it's going to be rainy, like bring showers. Showers mean it's going to rain. Somewhere high temperature is bringing clear skies to the southeast, means there would be sunny weather, clear sky, and the temperature would be 26 to 30 degrees. Sunny spells, but freezing fog will persist over northeast Scotland. So somewhere it's going to be foggy and freezing foggy. And Scotland, we all know that in Scotland there's always winters, no summer, no high temperature. So it's going to be freezing fog. Rain will move in and turn to snow overnight. They are saying there won't be rain, there would be snow falling. And Moderate to heavy falls of snow expected temperatures today in Aberdeen 2 to 3 degrees Celsius. So they have mentioned the degree Celsius also. Okay, talking points. Why are these weather forecasts for the same day so different? What is the weather usually like in your country in December? So different. Why they are different? Because in different places, the weather condition is different. That's why the weather forecast give the different prediction. Somewhere it's sunny, somewhere it's rainy, somewhere it's foggy, somewhere it's snowy. So in December, in Pakistan, in Lahore, December it's foggy most of the time and it's very cold. Okay, class. So next time we will learn how to write a weather forecast. But today our homework is whirlpools and writing a poem. You will write your own poem. So now let's mark your attendance. Okay, lot of students are present. I took your lecture on Monday.
Yes, I am also present.
Usman is also present. Okay, I will Umair, Iman, Wali, Min Sahel, Ahmed, Nehan, Usman. कौन रह गया?
Me, Ali Mahmood.
Ali Mahmood is left and Ainur is left. Ali Mahmood, Ainur, done. All of you. Isham is present. No. Nuria and Isham both are absent. Okay, class. Okay, I have marked all of your attendance.
Thank you. Present.